What's up, guys? Apparently some of you don't get that I don't want to be here, and that if I could leave, I would. So when I get news from the higher-ups that some angry woman left some mean comments on a review I did, I get disciplined. Part of me is happy though, because I didn't think any of my videos were getting out to anyone, and the other part of me is like, did I ask for your ladies' opinions? I'll go more in depth about the slander I have endured later, but for now I guess I have to watch a full episode of Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. I thought the trailer was enough, but like I said, I get disciplined, so I guess this is their way of going about it. To be honest, I could just sit here and watch nothing, but I hear some of the comments were calling me a kid, and that's basically just like calling a black guy nigger. So I have no choice but to educate you ignorant people and show you that this show is just as stupid as the trailer.
I want to talk to you today about something, right? I'm in America, raised an American, and we love the outlaw.
So speaking on behalf of all Americans, apparently we love the outlaw. He's even nice enough to give us some examples, like Scarface, Godfather, The Sopranos, you know, the classic American outlaw. Nobody likes outlaws in the movies like Boys in the Hood, New Jack City, Menace to Society, Dead Presidents, Belly, Paid in Full, In Too Deep, American Gangster. Are you kidding me? Denzel? An outlaw America loves? Get the fuck out of my room. This whole show wouldn't exist if he had showed one of those movies that I mentioned.
I'm on the Facebook, and I see an advertisement for a Hell's Angel t-shirt. And then I understood that they actually had incorporated themselves, they're a motorcycle club, and they sued big-ass companies over copyright infringement.
Okay, so listen closely because there's a lot of bullshit I have to sift through. First, he says he was on Facebook when he saw an ad for a Hell's Angels t-shirt. If you're like any of the 2 billion people who use Facebook, you know you're only getting ads for stuff you're looking to buy. So if you're getting Hell's Angels ads, you or whoever is using your computer is searching that up. Next, they show this Amazon page supposedly showing Hell's Angels t-shirts for sale. You can literally see they just searched up Hell's Angels t-shirts, so you know Facebook didn't bring them there. And then what they do is they quickly click on the shirt, move the cursor over the shirt to show us a bigger image of an already clear one, because I guess whoever watches this show has the eyesight of a mole rat. But they do that so you can't read any of the information about the shirt. Before they even click on it, you could see that there are no prices listed for either of the shirts that pop up. And then when they do click on it, it says in red, currently unavailable. So I'm like, oh shit, that's a dope ass shirt. I wonder if it's currently available. So I go onto Amazon.com, search up Hell's Angels t-shirts, and guess what I find? Nothing. The only Hell's Angels t-shirt I found was this one, and just like the ones they showed, it's currently unavailable. You know why? Because it was never available to begin with. These are like concept shirts to show companies what their logo would look like on clothes. Why they chose the Hell's Angels? I don't know, but I can assure you and Killer Mike that whoever put this up is in no way affiliated with them. The real reality of it is that if you want an authentic Hell's Angels t-shirt and you want your purchase to help the organization, you have to go out of your way and go to their website to get one. You can't just go to Amazon.com. Amazon isn't fucking stupid. They know just because a gang incorporated themselves, their motives are still the same. You know what you can buy online though? Look at that, $44.95 for a Crip hoodie and $18.95 for a Crip Gang History Month shirt. And lastly, I don't understand why them being a corporation and suing big companies is so hard for you to believe. They're suing for legitimate reasons, like the use of their logo. And I'm sorry they came together as a group to form a corporation. Maybe you should tell the Crips from 38th Street and the Crips from 39th Street that, hey, they're just 1 street apart. Why not come together and have 2 streets instead of killing each other?
I said to myself, what's preventing black gangs from doing the same thing?
Black on black crime is a bigger threat and a bigger problem in the black community.
You small-minded simpletons probably missed that also. But there's a reason that Developed by Intro title card was so short. I'm not taking this show serious for a reason. I'm not just making fun of it because it's stupid. Again though, I will educate you ignorant people after the review.
Sold on street gangs. LA police are getting their orders as they prepare for another.
This is how the media shows black gangs on TV.
Some of the Crips and the Bloods, 2 of LA County's most vicious gangs.
But in reality, Crips and Bloods are more like disconnected brotherhoods spread across the country, and most members ain't starting too much trouble.
What? That's like saying the KKK is a disconnected brotherhood. If anything, they're more of a brotherhood than the Crips. At least they can come together as a group and form one group, like collective. Have you ever tried getting gang members from the same gang but different areas together? No? You know why? Because you don't want to die in the crossfire. And he says most members aren't starting too much trouble. Dog, you only showed Snoop Dogg. I didn't know Snoop was the embodiment of most members.
But even though black gangs, or street fraternities as I like to call them, are as well known as the Hells Angels,
Disconnected brotherhoods, street fraternities. You're trying to sell me shit that's painted gold. It's still shit, alright? You can't call a burger a meat salad and expect people to think it's healthy. They're eventually just gonna see it's just a fucking burger. Just like how you're calling gangs street fraternities, that doesn't change the fact that a majority of them look and act like this. And get off the Hells Angels' dick, bro. You might care about the black community, but you're obsessed with these white boys who ride motorcycles. So next we meet the 4 Crips who will be the guinea pigs in Killer Mike's little experiment.
Noon, 4 Seasons, 6 Glock Block.
Now you put 6-0, Southside, SPC, to the death of me.
Cash Crop CEO, man, I'm from the Southside. Murder on for 4 Seasons.
Now if somebody would be so kind as to give me the transcript for what the fuck they just said. I don't know if that was their names or where they're from.
I've seen white gangs be legitimate, legitimized, and be able to create money. Anybody familiar with motorcycle gangs, motorcycle clubs, right?
Hells Angels.
Hells Angels, and that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The only example that I have to prove to you that white gangs make legitimate money, and I'm not happy about it. Just because the Hells Angels are too legit to quit, doesn't mean you have to follow them, idiot. You literally could have done all of this without having to mention the Hells Angels every 5 seconds.
I can go buy a Hells Angel t-shirt right now on the merchandise site, right? That sends money to that organization.
Did you guys hear that?
I can go buy a Hells Angel t-shirt right now on the merchandise site, right?
Well, which one is it, Mike? Could you buy it from Amazon or a merchandise site? Because one of those helps the gang and then one of them doesn't.
So I would like to propose that you guys start a business. Do y'all think that's something we could do?
Yeah.
I'd like to propose that you start a business. Do you think that's something we could do?
What product would you?
Like me personally, I try to go deep and try to get like buttons and zippers. Like they say some shit.
YKK or something like that.
YKK, that's the only fucking zipper brand.
I hate to break it to you, Noon, but that's not the only zipper brand. There's SAB, 3F, YCC, HSD, I think like 3 more. But I wouldn't expect a well-educated Crip like yourself to know that.
You gonna make some money.
Gotcha. I'm smoking a joint the other night.
I got you, but shut the fuck up, Noon, because I was smoking a joint last night.
And I thought about it the other night. I think about it frequently. Coca-Cola has killed a lot more motherfuckers than Crips. That shit kills about 270,000 people a year, right?
Yes, sir.
2,700 with gang violence.
Stop comparing the Crips to stuff that has nothing to do with how the gang operates. First of all, 2,700? That's bullshit. And if we could go back and ask all the people who died from coke and gang violence which one they'd rather die by, guaranteed none of them would pick gang violence. He's acting like the people that died from drinking coke were murdered by the company. Can you not really see the difference, Mike? One group kills people with no remorse, the other makes fountain drinks.
Yet Coca-Cola celebrated. Like, I don't mean just goddamn celebrate. You can take your kids down to the goddamn Coca-Cola
factory.
Yeah. Your mama buying cases of this shit that's killing your grandmama. What, the Crips had a soda?
So let me get this straight. You're gonna talk shit about coke and tell me how they kill hundreds of thousands of people a year, but then want the Crips to make a similar product? Am I the only one that sees the bullshit here? So now Mike takes 2 of the Crips to try to get a loan based on their entrepreneurial activity.
What type of business is it?
A brotherhood, pretty much.
Okay, so it's a frat.
Similar to.
Okay. How much are you looking for a loan for?
I think they'd be looking for something at around $100,000.
He's serious about that too. What I don't get is that he's a Grammy award-winning millionaire rapper. He can't lend his homies $100,000 to start a business that he wants them to start. He's just gonna make them look stupid by trying to explain to John, the loan officer, that they sell drugs, but they want to start a legitimate business now. Just listen to what Yayo says when asked if he has any bookkeepings of his sales.
I have pulled up in a lot of treacherous neighborhoods myself, one deep, you know, with a product to sell, you know, have purchased, you know, various items that I sell. So
what? He asked you about your tax returns, not about the drugs you sell to kids. To be honest, they'd probably get the $100,000 if Yayo didn't go on his random tangent about pulling up in treacherous neighborhoods 1 deep. John's just like, it's at this moment they knew they fucked up.
I would love to help you guys, but
no loan.
That kind of money is not likely.
What if we ask for less money?
We're talking about a whole lot less.
My nigga John crushing the hopes and dreams of Crips everywhere, one loan denial at a time.
Without any history in the financial system, the Crips were never going to get support from the establishment.
Yeah, blame it on no history and not Yayo's autistic ramblings.
You know, individuals that might not see the world.
They were going to have to make this soda for cheap. Like really fucking Trap House Kitchen cheap.
He wasn't kidding about it being cheap either. These guys literally Googled a homemade Coke recipe and then quadrupled the ingredients to fill up 4 bottles. Then they meet up with David, a graphic designer, and he quickly realizes what he just gotten himself into.
When you first approached me about doing this, I was confused. And then when you explained it to me again, I was super, super excited.
So he's basically saying at first he thought it was a prank because the Crips, well, at least 4 of them, wanted a logo for their soda, but then you told him it was for TV, and then he got excited.
Starting out with this idea of the crown and changing it into something that feels a little bit more corporate.
Yeah, I say if you was to turn the seat up and then put a crown on top of it.
Oh yeah, I could also see you put a C, and then an R, and then after that an I, and then a P, and then S. What's that spell?
Let's take a look at the next one then. No, I haven't worked with a gang before. This is first time for everything.
You can tell in his face right here that he wants to cry. He did not go to school for graphic design to have a gang member explain to him the very simple logo that he made for them. I feel more bad for him than I did John the loan officer.
Treacherous neighborhood.
And the font that you're giving them is actually a font you created for them.
Yeah. That's why you hired him. You didn't pay him to make a logo for somebody else. It's like Killer Mike is the dad, and these are his newborns that he's teaching the basics of life to. Next, they film a commercial, and never have I seen a commercial that makes me want to avoid the product that they're advertising at all costs.
You might see a goddamn little Ethiopian goddamn way over there goddamn sipping on this motherfucker goddamn in the Middle East or something. Crip-a-Cola.
So his next plan is talking to this drink expert whose only purpose for being here is to tell them that their drink is good. He's not sponsoring it, he's not endorsing it, anything like that. He's just there to tell them what they want to hear.
It's not totally what I expected. It's very elegant. But and I'm not just saying this.
And by the end of the conversation, shit takes a hard left.
I just won't want the government to murder me for things I said and blame it on the Bloods.
He then forces Girl Scout Troop 420 to go around town and try to sell their soda.
You know, we came up with a product, a soda.
We is a lot of people, yayo. You guys may have physically made the soda, but you guys didn't come up with shit. Killer Mike is forcing you guys to do this. Remember when he told Noon to shut the fuck up about his zippers?
You gonna make some money.
Gotcha. I'm smoking a joint.
Yeah, that's why he's not there with you guys.
I mean, y'all a gang member or something? This is a part of the...
I mean, we're not a gang, man. We more like a street fraternity.
Yeah.
I'm not a plant-eating pussy. I'm more like a vegan. It's called Crip-a-Cola, for fuck's sake. You guys didn't name it like Blue Cola or something that has to do with the Crips or resembles the Crips. Everyone knows them as a gang. You guys are the only weirdos who call them street fraternities. How about instead of making a soda, you focus on the image of the gang itself to work on? So to save time, they get denied from 2 more places because they have no social skills whatsoever.
I won't be able to sell it.
You're part of Crips?
Yeah.
Like the Crips that you always hear about, like gangs?
Like the Hells Angels, but Crips. Asshole.
He then has a focus group of soda enthusiasts come in and taste this soda, and this is what they have to say.
It came in on a cart, it got poured, I'm just like, yep, that's soda.
Damn, Stephen Hawking, are you sure about that? After they reveal to the group that the soda was made by the Crips, they give legitimate reasons on why they wouldn't buy the soda.
Say if you are walking down the street with a Crip-a-Cola and be like, okay, we know who he represents, so we're going to get him right there.
We could actually get shot over buying a bottle of Crip-a-Cola.
And obviously the Crips aren't happy about that.
They probably YouTubing or something on Crip.
I heard one of them say, if you buy the drink, you gonna get killed.
Well, you guys are killing people for wearing the wrong color bandana. So I don't blame them for thinking they're gonna get killed for buying a Crip-made soda.
I couldn't just stand there while these soda enthusiasts talk shit about my homies.
The next scene is just way too long, and it doesn't make Killer Mike look any better. He tries to convince these people that America only celebrates the white criminal, and then tries to give these bullshit examples, which Mario here then disproves. Not even tries, he like shuts this fucking bullshit examples down, and then just gets called a racist for doing so.
You're an absolute fucking racist.
He then brings in the Crips, who don't take no for an answer, and just argue with everyone until they agree with them.
But did y'all not know it was the same thing as a fraternity?
You know, fraternity come from it start in an educational system.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Then Genius Mike decides the Blood should get on this action and makes a stupid claim that contradicts everything he just did.
If anybody's gonna kill our fat ass from sugar addiction, it's gonna be us.
If your plan was to kill more people, guns are quicker and more efficient. Fuck, a spoon is more efficient than a soda. And yeah, guys, that's it. 10 out of 10 if this was a comedy, but y'all were acting like I was gonna learn something from this, so that bumps it down to a 3.5. Now for the comments. Or at least the ones that took my other video way too serious. Okay, so first is, LOL, watch the show, stupid. It's the trailer. Your first comment was this, so I'm done with you. Stupid. Second is, shut the fuck up. That's not how YouTube works, buddy. Dude, you're terribly ignorant. Watch the show, little guy. I assume you're calling me little guy because you're a fat piece of shit and I take up a fraction of the space you do. This guy has no clue. Stupid review. What don't I have a clue about? Actually, you know what? Don't tell me. Your name's James. Gross. You clearly didn't watch the show, you fucking idiot. Shake my head. You clearly watched and enjoyed the show, you fucking idiot. Shake my head. This one's a little creepy. What city are you in? I would like to have an conversation with you. Even if I told you what city I was in, your dumbass probably couldn't read the street signs. And I don't have conversations with people who don't know how to put their profile picture right side up. These next ones, these guys wrote a whole ass novel for a comment. If you have to write anything more than a few lines, I'm not gonna read your whole thing. I stopped reading after you said, the fucking second episode he makes trade skills, tutorials, and porn videos. Want to learn how to change a lock? Sure, here's a tutorial where a guy changes a lock while his boyfriend fucks him in the ass. That's exactly what I meant by don't mess with my porn. I don't want to go to my homie's pad or a mechanic and hear fuck noises in the other room because they're watching Pornhub to learn how to change a tire. You're fucking weird if you like that. You specifically are weird for pointing that out as a good example of to defend the show. Next one, you are edgy, bruh. Nice tats and hair highlights. First of all, you got your hat backwards, tilted, with a line shaved in your eyebrow, and you're sucking on a fat cloud cock. Don't call me edgy, you loser. Have you seen the music videos you put out? The last one is the worst. Don't tell people to kill yourself unless you're down to die also. And if I was gonna kill myself, I'd do it like Nicolas Cage in Bangkok Dangerous and blow both our brains out, you pussy. Okay, so now about the show's producers. Remember how I said they didn't want you to know who developed the show? Well, yeah, they probably don't care, but it is interesting who developed the show, considering that y'all are taking this hella serious. Here's an example. If you were gonna make a show like he is, you're not gonna get Will Ferrell or Jack Black to be the producer, unless you're one of those shows that says produced by in the trailer, just to get people excited. But this show is obviously not one of those because they just show you who developed the show right there because they know none of the names are recognizable and a majority of people are not gonna look them up. Well, I looked them up, and it's funny that this show is like unique on the list of shows that they have produced. Meaning, if you look at all the other shows that they've produced and made, none of them would lead you to think that they made this show. On all of their IMDb pages, they're all known for producing comedies, and I'm not talking like sitcoms. I'm talking all three of them are probably responsible for creating some of the funniest shows ever to come out on Adult Swim. And one of them, I think it was Vernon Chapman, he's done voice work for South Park, for the TV show and video games. He's produced Imagination Land. Some of the concepts in the Jackass movie were by him. I don't even know what that means, but all three of them have combined to produce enough comedy shows that make Seth MacFarlane look like a pussy. So I'm sorry for thinking this was a serious show, and then come to find out it was made by the same people who produced Brad Neely's Hargnall and Sclopio PPO. And that's the reason I don't take this show serious. I don't know if it's trying to educate me or make me laugh. Because, dude, some of the concepts in this show, if they were made by a white guy with the same intentions, he would be known as the biggest racist in America, not even kidding. So when I saw the trailer, there was no indication that this was a comedy until I actually watched an episode, and that's why I made fun of it, because I'm thinking, there's no way Michael Santiago is serious right now. He's not making a country called New Africa, putting his face on the flag, selling ad space on the flag, making people wear uniforms.
This is your uniform.
Disciplining people who aren't wearing uniforms. Santiago ain't serious about that. I mean, Jesus Christ, this was the first line of the trailer.
Anything that doesn't help black people needs to be burned the fuck down now.
So when you show me scenes like this one where they try to get a loan, I don't know what you expect me to think. I'm not thinking this is some righteous show educating me on the African American, that's for sure. You got Crips who barely speak English, making soda, getting loans, talking to graphic designers. How was this not advertised as a comedy? And the pictures he posts on Instagram of people talking about the show are hilarious also. It's like he's posting these because he knows people are thinking this is more of a comedy than an informative TV show. Which is both, I'll give it that, but it's like 90% comedy, 5% educating me on black people, and 5% Hell's Angels references. These comments, though, that he posts, they almost feel like they're pre-typed out, so they say exactly what he wants them to say. At least the ones where he doesn't show the names of who sent them. Killer Mike is a genius. The practical application of the ideas he represents in Trigger Warning is some of the most liberating content I've watched in recent memory. You should be president, bro. Thank you for this. This should be a syndicated television show. Peace. Dude, chill the fuck out. He couldn't even get his homies alone. They had to use their dirty crackpots to make the coke you drink. The Twitter ones he posts are the only ones that seem legit. These next comments, though, he doesn't show the name of anyone who sent them, and I think I know why. Just listen to this. Coming from a white conservative Trump-voting Christian, I love what you're doing. I watched all of Trigger Warning in one sitting, then your Joe Rogan interview yesterday. Although I don't agree with every view you have, I appreciate what you're doing, the regentrification push for learning trades, and sense of community you're spreading is amazing and something the entire country needs to hear and take to heart. An ally. You're really gonna believe a white conservative Trump voting Christian loved your show and apparently loved it so much that he's now calling you an ally and giving you a white black power fist? And of course he doesn't agree with every view you have. Then he wouldn't be a white conservative Trump voting Christian, would he? I'll read like one more and I guess I'll have them show you the rest so you can see what I'm talking about. I just binge watched Trigger Warning and found it brilliant. Thank you for continuing to help me understand what my white privilege means in ways that myself and my family can be an ally. We will be participating in Black Friday from here on out. I especially was blown away by the Coca-Cola episode. My preconceived notions were broken down once again. I'm gonna smoke one and further seek higher thinking. Peace. Blown away. Did we watch the same episode? And again, with the weirdly specific mentioning of that he's white and how he's an ally. I'm not saying it's fake news, but that's fake news.
You are fake news.
The rest of these are basically the same. They're very specific on what he's trying to say, on literally probably what exactly he wants people to say about the show, but nobody's saying this, so he has to get people to type it out for him and then send it to his Instagram so he can crop out who sent it so you don't ever know that it's just people that work for him who are sending him these messages. And if you couldn't tell by the comments left in my other video, the people who watch your show don't talk like that. Even these smaller messages that he posts are weird. What phone or app do you have where you have one message and it doesn't go to the top of your screen? It stays at the bottom. It always goes to the top so you could see the name of the person who sent it. And maybe he doesn't want to show the name. I don't know why. He shows the ones that he posts from Twitter. That's enough of the show, guys. I saw nothing serious about it other than the fact that he was serious about getting that 100,000. Peace.
Welcome to the U.S. Army. How can I help you?
I need some of that disease you guys invented.
Crack?
The other one.
AIDS.
That's the spice.